Breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Right now at 6 o'clock, we are staying on top of 3 breaking news stories this morning, including 2 in Raleigh, a deadly hit-and-run crash, and heavy police presence in a neighborhood where people say they heard gunshots. Plus, a man is dead after a shooting in Durham, where police investigated for hours into the night.
Also, there'll be more security at Cary High School today after a shooting involving 2 teenagers left 1 person hurt. What we know about those teens this morning.
And it's a colder start this morning. Our temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. You step out the door. I'll show you how much colder it'll feel than yesterday.
Plus, if you are headed to the fair tonight, give yourself plenty of time. The major traffic delays expected as some big concerts come to the Lenovo Center as well. One concert tonight, another tomorrow. We saw what happened last weekend. It was a traffic nightmare, so we'll have to see what happens today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle McConaughey in for NH2.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Thanks for making us part of your routine here as we head towards the weekend. We're going to get live reports from Michelle stuck in that traffic tonight.
I'm going to go to one of the concerts tonight, and I'm just like, oh, what am I doing?
There you have it. Hey, at least it'll be nice out. Roll the windows down. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with our outlook.
And we do have a gorgeous afternoon on the way with lots of sunshine, pleasant temperatures. It's chilly this morning as we take a live look here at the Town Hall in Zebulon. 45 degrees in the Triangle right now with a dew point of 43. And this time yesterday, we were about 10 degrees warmer than that. It's 41 in Goldsboro, 40 in Rocky Mount, 39 South Hill, 37 in Roxborough. These temperatures will drop a little bit more between now and 7 o'clock, so we could see more widespread 30s out there. Mid to upper 30s though, so we're not looking at a hard freeze anywhere. It's 11 to 22 degrees colder than it was this time yesterday though, so grab a jacket potentially. Breezy this afternoon with winds gusting out of the north at about 10 to 15. Fair planner looking great. Lunchtime temperature 68, will be in the mid 70s. A cold front comes through tomorrow with a slight chance of a shower. I'll show you coming up, Ken.
Elizabeth, happening now in the WRAL Traffic Center. We're seeing a little bit of a slowdown there in the Apex area. Now in the last 30 seconds, it's dissipated. It was right around US 64 West on Lower Duncan Road, but completely cleared now, which is good news. I-40 and Airport Boulevard, also good news. Traffic flowing nicely in both directions, even though traffic has picked up a bit. Listen, if you're heading out, listen to us on the radio, 101.5 HD3 anywhere in the Triangle. You also have a couple more options as well, 99.3 FM in Raleigh and 96.5 FM in Durham.
With breaking news we're following, and we're working to learn why police were investigating at a neighborhood right there in Raleigh for hours this morning. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey went to that scene, joins us live now from the Raleigh Police Department. Kelsey, what have you learned there?
Police cleared that scene about 15 minutes ago, and right now they're just trying to piece together what happened in a neighborhood on Ash Avenue. But we'll take you straight to video now from that scene so you can take a look for yourself. You can see that both State Capitol Police and Raleigh Police responded to this incident. A spokesperson with Raleigh Police says they received a call about 8 shots fired overnight. Police were investigating at a home on Ash Avenue, and they blocked off that street for several hours. So we'll be sure to stay on top of this and let you know whether anyone was hurt. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
And more breaking news. Raleigh police say a person was killed after a car hit them on Capitol Boulevard. The body was found around midnight near Calvary Drive. Police say the driver did not stay on the scene. However, they have arrested the person. We are working to learn about charges and the name of the person who died.
Also new this morning, just before 1 a.m., we learned a man died after he was shot in Durham. Police say the shooting happened around 8:30 last night on East Weaver Street. This is video from the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. It shows that apartment complex blocked off by police. The man was taken to the hospital, and that's where he died. We are working to learn what led up to the shooting.
Extra security will be at Cary High School today after a shooting injured a 15-year-old. Another teenager is in custody. This was the scene from Sky 5 yesterday. 4 nearby schools were placed on lockdown. WRAL's Brett Neese joins us live from the school. And Brett, school officials say this is just all out of an abundance of caution.
That's exactly right, Michelle. And that shooting happening across the street from the school right here behind me. The shooting happening in a shopping center here on the other side of the road. And we have cell phone video of the moments right before those shots rang out and then the shots ringing out. Take a listen and watch this. Yeah, that we have cell phone video of that, and you can actually hear the gunshots. It's unbelievable to hear. The police have told us that they have a 17-year-old in custody. They say they have seized 2 weapons from this scene, and the 15-year-old that was shot was taken to the hospital. They are expected to recover. This happening right at the end of the school day. That's when those schools were all put under a code yellow lockdown. This is how one student described hearing that shooting.
I was trying to walk to Harris Theater to go get something, and then I just see a bunch of people fighting, and then I hear the gunshots.
Yeah, unbelievable for that student, and so many parents worried, having to wait to pick up their kids after the school day was over. Officials tell us, though, that those 2 students, those 2 teenagers at the center of all of this are not Wake County students. We're working to learn their connection to each other in this area. We'll keep you updated. Live in Cary, Brittany, WRAL News.
Presidential campaigns continue to blitz North Carolina today. They make their closing arguments at this battleground state in the next 10, 11 days or so. First Lady Joe Biden will be in Asheville, Fayetteville, and Cary. Former President Barack Obama is stumping for Democratic nominee Kamala Harris in the Charlotte area. Meanwhile, Republican nominee Donald Trump's running mate J.D. Vance will be in Hoke and Union counties. North Carolina's 16 electoral votes are considered crucial to winning the White House. Trump and Harris are locked in a tight race in the state, with recent polls showing a slight edge for Trump. You can get more on the visits on the race and go to the NC Capitol section of WRAL.com for all that.
You can plan your vote with the WRAL Voters Guide. Enter your address to find a sample ballot, our Q&A with candidates. You can check your voter registration and early voting times and places. Go to WRAL.com and search vote.
Tonight and tomorrow night, you can expect traffic delays if you are driving around West Raleigh. It is the final weekend of the fair. Also, there are 2 major concerts happening at the Lenovo Center. A similar set of events happened last weekend. It caused some drivers to do this: sit in traffic for hours. The traffic blocked parts of Wade Avenue, I-40, and Western Boulevard. It all happened as tens of thousands of people were trying to get into the fair or go to the sold-out Sabrina Carpenter concert at the Lenovo Center. Well, tonight it's Little Big Town performing there, and then tomorrow it's Rainbow Kitten Surprise taking the stage. Be sure, though, when you're in the fair, stop by our tent and meet some of the members of the WRAL team while you're there. We'll be located in our usual spot there, northeast side of Dorton Arena. Come say hi. From 10:30 this morning to 11:30, you can see meteorologist Mike Mays and Amy Wilmoth. And then from 1 to 2, you can meet Ashley Rowe and Chris Levengood.
4 NASA astronauts are back on Earth this morning after an 8-month mission to the International Space Station. The SpaceX Dragon capsule carrying them splashed down off the coast of Pensacola just before 3:30 this morning. The mission was supposed to end in August, but it was delayed because of problems with Boeing's Starliner capsule and Hurricane Milton. The crew has been there since March. It included 3 NASA astronauts and 1 cosmonaut from Russia.
Wake County deputies and the Highway Patrol are looking for a driver who led them on a chase. This happened around 4:30 yesterday afternoon on NC 540 and I-40 East. Deputies tried to pull the driver over during a traffic stop, but the driver had other ideas, led them on a chase, a high-speed chase, crashed the car, and then jumped out and ran. Dunn police say they've charged a mother with throwing a hot liquid on 2 teenagers. One of them was her own child. Kendra McDougald is facing 2 counts of felony assault inflicting serious bodily injury, 2 counts of assault by throwing acid, 1 count of child abuse as well. Now, this happened Sunday afternoon at this apartment complex, Ponderosa Drive in Dunn. Police say they responded to a report of a fight there, and that's when they say McDougald threw that liquid on the 2 teenagers. Witnesses say it may have been hot water mixed with bleach. They were injured bad enough to go to the hospital. 1 was taken to a burn center for their injuries.
1 person is dead after a crash involving a motorcycle in Holly Springs. It happened just before 4 yesterday afternoon on Highway 55 at Green Oaks Parkway. Police say 39-year-old Andrew Dudley collided with a pickup truck. He died at the scene. No charges have been filed against the pickup truck driver at this time.
A Wendell woman is facing more animal cruelty charges. Last week, we told you about 22-year-old Charisma Johnston. She was facing 5 animal cruelty charges in Wake County, and we now know Warren County officials are charging her with 6 new counts of animal cruelty. Officials say they found puppies that had no food or water in small crates covered in feces.
Fayetteville officials will break ground on the new Crown Event Center today. This is the original arena, which opened back in 1967. The new one will serve as a replacement. The other facilities like the Coliseum, the Expo Center, and the ballroom will all stay open. The parking lot will close while work is underway. That ceremony is at 2 p.m.
There's new development in an infamous 1989 double murder case. The new recommendation an L.A. attorney will make today that could let the Menendez brothers out on parole after they've spent decades in prison.
Plus, we have your out and about best bets for a fun fall weekend in the Triangle, including a spooky ballet and a family fun harvest fest.
And we've got a great looking 7-day forecast to go along with it. Today, beautiful, a little chilly this morning, lovely this afternoon, but then some big temperature swings over the weekend. I'll show you why coming up.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13. It's a chilly start this morning. It's 40 degrees in Wilson right now. And the whirligigs are pretty still now, but we could have some gusts this afternoon around 10 to 15 miles per hour. 45 in Durham and 47 degrees in Fayetteville. Our skies are clear everywhere. It's just a little on the chilly side. Temperatures are running 10 to 20 degrees colder than this time yesterday. 37 Lewisburg, 39 Tarboro, 39 in South Hill, 40 in Rocky Mount. So it's chilly. We're not likely to see a hard freeze this morning, but there could be some patchy frost near the Virginia line. So kids at the bus stop may have a little heavier jacket on today, but lovely this afternoon as they're coming home. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s. I'm tracking a front that's going to bring some colder temperatures for Sunday and a sprinkle or two for Saturday. I'll show you what to expect over the weekend. Coming up, Ken.
Elizabeth, weather and traffic every 10 minutes. We're following some breaking news in the eastern part of our community this morning. There's a crash on I-87 in those westbound lane near Arundel Avenue. That's usually a troubled spot in the morning. Just add the crash and you can see the bumper-to-bumper traffic that's causing this morning. I'll keep an eye on that and let you know how it's going to affect your morning commute. Always remember you've got Highway 97 or Gannon Road as an alternate route to avoid this area. Elsewhere, all the major routes are delay-free. Keep in mind, we'll keep you updated on the radio. If you're heading out 101.5 HD3, you can listen to us anywhere in the Triangle.
The Menendez brothers are two of the most notorious killers of the last 35 years. They could be eligible for release immediately, according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney. Today, that DA will recommend a judge re-sentence both Menendez brothers. Eric and Lyle Menendez are serving life in prison without parole for the murder of their parents in 1989. The DA's decision comes after new evidence surfaced pointing to abuse by their father. If a judge agrees, they could be eligible for parole immediately.
Today marks 1 year since a man shot and killed 18 people in Lewiston, Maine. And now we are hearing from the shooter's family. Nikki Herling is the sister of Robert Card, the shooter who died by suicide. She says in the months before the shooting, Card's mental health deteriorated and their family tried to reach authorities for help.
I became fearful for him immediately when Ryan, my oldest brother Ryan, called me at work on May 3rd and said, "Nikki, I need your help. He's at the point where he doesn't trust me. He's paranoid."
Earlier this year, a state investigation faulted both the Army Reserve and the local law enforcement for failing to act on warning signs about Card's mental health. His family says their focus now is on the victims of the shooting and preventing future tragedies. They are working to bring awareness to traumatic brain injuries in the military and calling for continued research. And there are some concerts and festivals happening this weekend.
Hey, we're going to take a look at this weekend's best bets, starting with a spooky ballet. Find the courage to face your dark side in this intriguing story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Carolina Ballet is putting on this show through November 3rd at the Fletcher Opera Theater. Tickets are still available. They start at $27.
And there are two big concerts this weekend at the Lenovo Center. Little Big Town and Sugarland will hit the stage tonight. Tickets are still available. And tomorrow, Rainbow Kitten Surprise will perform. The band was founded here in North Carolina. They started playing together in Boone.
And Clayton Harvest Festival is happening this weekend. That event is set up in Town Square on East Main Street. It is free to go there. There'll be carnival rides, a Latin American festival, and a variety of vendors, music, and food. You get more information on these events and others by heading to WRAL.com and search Out and About. Weather's not too spooky out there.
No, I was going to say we've been blessed with this weather. They were saying, I mean, the State Fair usually has 1 or 2 rainy days. We have not had any rainy days for the State Fair. It's been perfect out there. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner. And the perfect weather stretch continues.
It does all the way through the weekend. Now, Saturday, there could be a quick sprinkle, but I can't stress just how quick that sprinkle is likely to be. We check our conditions this morning. Fayetteville, Raleigh, Apex, Chapel Hill, all clear this morning. Chapel Hill's courtesy of Top of the Hill Restaurant. Just a lovely start to the day. We had a front come through yesterday, so it is colder this morning than it was yesterday. You're going to notice that when you step out the door. This high pressure system rotating clockwise, pushing in some cool air for us today. Back to our west, a cold front will come through. Ahead of it, we warm up tomorrow into the 80s. There is a little bit of rain along with that front, but it's just a little bit as that front comes through. We'll likely end up with a few sprinkles in the afternoon, and then high temperatures are going to fall into the 60s on Sunday and Monday. So we go from 81 Saturday to 65 on Sunday. As you're planning your weekend, maybe you had something that you wanted to do. If you like it warmer, Saturday's your day. If you like it cooler, Sunday's your day. Take a look at Saturday. We'll have a cold front coming through. By the time we get into the afternoon, there are going to be a few clouds that roll in and just a few isolated showers that drift by. It's really going to be quick. It's not something that I would change my plans for by any means. Most of us won't see any of the rain, and if you do, it'll be a sprinkle that lasts about 10 minutes at the most. Our best chance of seeing that would be in our southern counties, but really, our forecast for rain in the next 7 days is almost zero. Last week, well, taking a look at the drought monitor, last week we were completely clear across the state. This week, 7% of the state is abnormally dry. We had so much rain in September, one of the wettest on records. October is going to go down as one of the driest on records, and so we do have the northeastern corner there in abnormally dry conditions. Dry conditions make for a great visit to the State Fair. It looks nice and quiet out there right now. That will not be the case later today. 76 this afternoon at the fair, 81 on Saturday, 65 on Sunday. So we're going to see a big drop in the temperature. Saturday at 8 p.m., we'll see mainly clear skies, 74 at 6 o'clock. The game kicks off as SMU plays at Duke. 64 degrees at 8 o'clock. And then our Halloween planner still on track to being nice and mild. Right now it looks like it would be dry. 72 degrees at around 5 o'clock and around mid-60s as trick-or-treating is wrapping up. We're really excited about Music for the Mountains. We're a proud sponsor of that benefit concert for Western North Carolina. I'll walk you through the forecasts and the temperatures as the concert kicks off. Coming up, Ken.
Elizabeth, we continue to follow some breaking news in the eastern part of our community. We're talking about this crash right here on I-87 in the westbound lanes near Arundel Avenue. Let's take you right outside, courtesy of a live cam network, and show you the bumper traffic that's happening right there as first responders respond to that accident scene. You can see the flashing lights right there. Always remember, you've got Highway 97 or Gannon Road as an alternate route to avoid what's happening there. Elsewhere around the Triangle and surrounding communities, all the major routes are delay-free. Keep in mind, you're heading out this morning. We'll keep you updated on the commute. Listen to us on the radio at 101.5 HD3 anywhere in the Triangle, or 99.3 FM in Raleigh and 96.5 FM in Durham.
All right, thanks, Ken. More restaurants are taking onions off the menu after a deadly E. coli outbreak tied to McDonald's. Why nutrition experts say that you shouldn't worry, though, about eating fast food here in North Carolina.
A new development overnight. We'll tell you what we know about a Durham shooting that left a man dead.
And ahead this morning on Today, the latest on the ticket transfer scam. Fans nationwide are reporting their tickets are disappearing from accounts. Vicki Wen has everything you need to know on how to avoid those scammers.
And we have this look at your winning NC Education lottery numbers on your screen right now. We're back with what's trending in just a minute.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Shohei Ohtani will not be pitching in the World Series, hasn't pitched all year, but his fans are certainly flocking to L.A. to watch him play.
Yeah, Ken Smith's here now with What's Trending Ohtani Mania. Ken.
Talk about a sensation in baseball, right? Hundreds of thousands of fans from Japan have visited the city of Angels to see him play. Many fans stayed in LA's Little Tokyo during the regular season, and the businesses there say they're having trouble keeping Shohei Ohtani merch on store shelves, understandably so.
Yeah, they're calling it the Ohtani effect because you mentioned hundreds of thousands, right? 230,000 fans have traveled from Japan to LA. And locals there say that they're tracking it. 80 to 90% of the people who are coming from Japan to LA are going to a Dodgers game.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow. That's not shocking though. I mean, he's amazing.
Talk about an economic boost.
Fun to watch.
Patrick Dempsey trending this morning. He says he may reprise his Scream role for the 7th installment of the slasher franchise. The actor says he's just waiting for a script. Dempsey played a detective who survived facing attacks in Scream 3.
I love this. My fiance and I are actually binge watching all the Scream movies. So I saw this and I was like, yes, Patrick Dempsey has to come back for Scream 7. He was talking to Al Roker on the Today Show, and Al was like, what do you think about this? He goes, well, it's good to have a job, right? If somebody offers me a job, I'm going to take the job. That'll come out in February 2026, though, so we have to wait and see if Dempsey will be in it.
They got to get a script to him.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he said. I'm waiting on the script.
I think I watched 1 and 2.
I got nothing.
There were more after that?
So many. There are so many of those movies.
By the way, you can watch the World Series right here on Fox 50 tonight. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock. WRAL News on Fox 50 airs right after the game.
We'll get ready to see plenty of zombies in downtown Fayetteville tonight. The city is hosting its annual zombie walk from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Everyone of all ages is invited to put on their best undead look and head downtown. There will be a costume contest at 7:30 at the Market House, followed by the zombie walk at 8. And there will also be food trucks, pro wrestling matches, and also some live music.
We have a dry day ahead, and most of tomorrow will be as well, but I'm tracking a front that is going to bring us a small chance for rain on Saturday. I'll show you whether or not it will affect your weekend.
And a busy weekend it will be in Raleigh. We have a traffic alert for you with those 2 concerts at the Lenovo Center. A weekend at the State Fair mixed in there. You will want to leave extra early to avoid the mess tonight and tomorrow night.
Plus, neighbors tell us they heard 8 gunshots this morning in a Raleigh neighborhood. We're on the scene as police investigate this morning.